17 hours, Eastern Mediterranean airspace. The night sky hangs still over the Israeli Air Force bases. Radar sweeps clean. Pilots and cockpits await final clearance. Then engines roared, a Life 60 F-35 Lightning, 2 stealth fighters surge into the darkness. Detection systems across Iran activate immediately. Iranian radar arrays in the Zagros Mountains pick up faint signatures. Low observable aircraft penetrating at Mach 1.2. Alarms blare in Tehran's Central Command bunker. Intelligence confirms. Israeli strike package inbound, targeting Natanz and Fordow enrichment facilities. The scale stuns operators 60 jets, each armed with a GM-158 JASSM-ER cruise missiles and GBU-53B Stormbreaker bombs. Supreme Leader's advisors scramble air defenses to full alert. Surface-to-air missile batteries as 300 PMU-2 and indigenous Bavar 373 lock on ghost returns. Commanders issue frantic orders. Interceptors scramble from Bandar Abbas and Isfahan. Air bases. The stakes crystallize. Potential destruction of decades of nuclear progress. Iranian Quds force relays warnings to proxies in Syria and Iraq. Tension mounts in the operations room. Radar tracks multiply. It's closing at 500 nautical miles. At 5:19 hours, the lead F-35 squadron crosses into Syrian airspace. Electronic warfare pods jam enemy radars. An ALQ-249 next-generation jammers flood. Frequencies. Iranian controllers lose half their feeds. Pilots report. Ghost 1, ECM active. No locks. At 5:21 hours, Israeli AWACS Gulfstream G515 action provides overwatch from 40,000 feet. Data links fuse with US-E3 Sentry orbiting the Mediterranean shared battlespace picture. Iranian MiG-29 Fulcrums launch from Tabriz. 12 interceptors climb to 30,000 feet. Armed with R-77 missiles, at 5:23 hours, the F-35s drop to 500 feet above terrain. Napavi Earth flight masks their approach. Iranian ground radars struggle. Clutter from mountains scatters returns. Tehran orders drone swarm launch. 20 Shat 136 UAVs from western bases. Vectoring to disrupt at 5:25 hours, first engagement envelope opens. Israeli jets detect Iranian radar emissions. Harm missiles targeted. 4 AGM-880 missiles away from lead aircraft impact in 45 seconds. Radar sites near Hamadan vaporize. Fireballs light the horizon. At 5:27 hours, U.S. involvement escalates. USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group in the Arabian Sea launches support. 2 FA-180 Super Hornets for escort, armed with AIM-120D, AMR, AMS. Data fusion confirms. Iranian fighters closing at 20 nautical miles. At 5:29 hours. Air combat ignites. Israeli F-35s acquire locks, helmet-mounted displays, Q missiles. 6 AIM-120C7 south fired, Mach 4 streaks. Iranian MiG-29s evade. Chaff. Deployed, but to explode midair. Debris, scarts. At 5:31 hours. The strike package splits. 30 F-35s vector to Natanz, 32 Fordow. Bunker-busting munitions armed. GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrators on select jets. Iranian SAM sites activate. 400 equivalents near Tehran track sporadically. At 5:33 hours, electronic countermeasures intensify. Israeli jets deploy Molje. Decoys. 40 miniature air-launch decoys mimic fighter signatures. Iranian radars overload. False targets flood screens at 5:35 hours. First cruise missiles launch. From 200 nautical miles, 120 JASSM-ERs, ripple fire, low altitude, terrain following paths. Iranian interceptors scramble more. Su-35 flankers from Shiraz base. 8 aircraft airborne. At 5:37 hours. Fordow approach. F-35s penetrate 50 nautical miles. Anti-aircraft artillery opens up. 23mm Zu-23 guns chatter. Jets evade. Afterburners kick in. At 5:39 hours, Natanz Group reports. Enemy UAVs inbound. Shat drones close. 15 detected. F-35 cannons engage. 20mm rounds shred 5. Explosions. The sky at 5:41 hours. US MQ-4C Triton drone provides real-time ISR, feeds to Israeli cockpits. Iranian command panics. Nuclear sites vulnerable. At 5:43 hours, final ingress. F-35s climb for release. Bombs away at 10,000 feet. Precision-guided munitions fall. Laser designations active. At 5:45 hours, intercepts begin. Iranian Pantsir 1 systems fire. 57mm missiles streak up. 2 F-35s take evasive. 1 grazed. Systems nominal. At 5:47 hours, Climax builds. Missiles inbound on targets. 60 JASSM-ER saturate defenses. Iranian SAMs launch. 40 interceptors away. The sky erupts. 12 impacts simultaneous. Detonations shatter reinforced concrete at Natanz. Centrifuge halls collapse. Fireballs rise 500 feet. Fordow shakes. Underground chambers breached. GBU-53 bombs penetrate. Secondary explosions chain react. Uranium stockpiles ignite. Iranian. Interceptors down 18 missiles, but 42 strike home. At debris rains. At alarms wail in Tehran bunkers. F-35s unleash Mavericks. A GM-65s slam radar vans. 6 destroyed. Su-35s engage. Dogfight spiral. AMR, AMS claim 3. Pantsir, batteries overload. Cannons blaze futilely. UAV remnants scatter. The air fills with smoke trails. Casualties mount. Iranian pilots eject for parachutes spotted. Ground crews vaporized. 28 confirmed. Israeli jets maneuver. G-forces pin pilots. Systems scream warnings. Intercepts flash. Laser-guided precision. Everything converges in chaos. Obliteration unfolds. Missiles scream in. Direct hits multiply. Natanz entrance obliterated. 15-meter crater. Fordow vent smoke. Ventilation shafts compromised. Nuclear material exposed. Iranian command loses feeds. Blackouts cascade. F-35 afterburners thunder. Evasive rolls. More bombs drop. Cluster munitions on perimeter defenses. Guards scatter. Vehicles explode. Fuel depots ignite. The ground quakes. Seismic sensors register. Tehran feels tremors. 800 kilometers away. Interceptors fail. Overload evident. Sky lit by tracers. Final wave. 20 stormbreakers guide in. Dunkers. Pierced. Chain reactions initiate. Radiation alerts trigger. Assault peaks. 17 minutes from launch to devastation. Silence broken only by echoes. 12 minutes after initial impacts, assessments begin. Satellite imagery from USKH-11 birds confirms. Natanz, 70% destroyed. Fordow, 55% compromised. Casualty estimates, 120 Iranian personnel killed, 200 wounded. Rescue teams deploy helicopters from Isfahan, but radiation hampers efforts. Israeli losses, 0 aircraft down, 1 damaged returned safely. U.S. support assets withdraw, no engagements. Debris fields analyzed, missile fragments collected, Iranian Air Force crippled, 15 fighters lost. Ground defenses, 22 SAM sites neutralized. The sites smolder. Fires rage uncontrolled. International monitors alerted. IAEA teams on standby. Silence descends over the wreckage. The tactical lessons emerge immediately. Stealth platforms dominate contested airspace. Israeli F-35s demonstrated penetration capabilities against layered defenses 300 and Bavar 373. Systems proved inadequate against saturation attacks combined with electronic warfare. Coordination with U.S. assets amplified effectiveness. Shared. ISR from E3 and MQ-4C platforms ensured 0 losses. Highlighting the value of Allied data fusion in joint operations, doctrinal shifts follow. Iran must rethink asymmetric warfare, as proxy forces in Syria provided no diversion. Quotes force assets neutralized en route by preemptive strikes. Strategic ramifications cascade across the region. Hezbollah and Lebanon. Heightens alert fearing escalation, while Houthis and Yemen pause maritime disruptions. Gulf states Saudi Arabia and UAE bolster defenses, procuring more Patriot batteries. The engagement reshapes nuclear deterrence. Iran's program set back by years, estimated 5 to 7, forcing diplomatic recalibrations. Global powers react. Russia condemns the strike, but supplies limited replacements. China urges restraint while analyzing F-35 tactics for its J-20 fleet. The U.S.-Israeli alliance solidifies. Intelligence sharing protocols refined, joint exercises intensified. Broader implications unfold in the UN Security Council. Resolutions debated, sanctions potentially tightened. This operation underscores the fragility of underground facilities. Fordow's vaunted depth breached by precision munitions. Future conflicts may prioritize preemptive air superiority. Battle space dominance achieved through numerical overwhelm and technological edge. Regional stability teeters. Proxy wars could ignite, but deterrence holds for now. 17 minutes transformed the nuclear landscape. 60 F-35s delivered unyielding precision, leaving Tehran in shock. The program lies in ruins, not by chance, but through superior capability and resolve.